Join me to make a little adorable cat ghost luminary. Here he is. So scary. So here we go. We're going to need our plastic high dome container. We need our string LED lights and of course some batteries, a little pre-made hat, a little witch's hat, our 2 buttons, our worsted weight yarn. We also need a size 4 hook. We need our felt in pink and white, and that's about it. Let's get our white yarn onto our hook. Like I said, we're using a size 4mm hook. And I'm going to be chaining 2. 1, 2, and into the second chain from the hook, I'm going to single crochet 9. So that's round 1. So we'll have 9 single crochets on our first round. For round 2, we're going to increase a round. So we will just put 2 single crochets into each of those single crochets of round 1. So round 2 takes us up to 18 stitches. For round 3, we are going to increase this whole round by 9 stitches again. So we'll do that by going single crochet, increase. Here's my increase, followed by a single crochet, increase. So we go single crochet, increase all the way around, taking us from 18 stitches to 27 stitches. For the next round, we're just going to single crochet around, not increasing at all. So 27 stitches for this one. And here we go. We're going to do our last round of increases. So to do that, we'll go single, single, increase, single, single, increase. That will take us from 27 stitches up to 36 stitches. Okay, here we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just build this up. We're just going to keep single crocheting around, and it's going to start to lengthen and make this sort of tube. So go up to 28 rounds and we'll see you when you're done. Okay, here we go. We have finished the side of the ghost body. Now what we're going to do is just that scalloped edge. So let's get our yarn back on our hook, and what we'll do is we're going to put 5 single crochets into the next stitch. So we're going to work 5 into the next stitch. We're going to create these bumps, and now we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch and slip stitch into the next stitch. And we're gonna repeat that. So work 5 single crochets into the next stitch, slip stitch into the next 2 stitches, and that will give us 12 bumps altogether. Here we go. We're going to fasten it off, leaving about a 9-inch tail. And then we're just going to weave this tail up and in. Okay, we're ready for the most fun part, if you ask me. So we're going to add the face. I'm going to put 2 buttons onto here. So these buttons are, I think, 1/2 inch, and I think they're the perfect size. So I'm just going to pop that through, and I'm leaving probably about 5 or 6 stitches between the eyes, and I'm going to tie them on separately because I want them to be very, very secure. And I also don't really want that black yarn to be too noticeable behind the white. So 1, 2, and I'm going to give it a good tug there and cut these off. And I'll do the next eye. The next step is for the little nose and mouth. Now remember, we're making a little cat. So all we need to do is a little X. So I'm just going to poke that through, and you can decide sort of how you want it to look. If you want it to be a great big mouth and nose, or if you want it to be really tiny, that's okay too. And I'm just going to make sure that it's even on both sides. So I was sort of measuring there with my needle. You kind of could see me doing that. So I just want to make sure that it's symmetrical. So I'm going to take a little bit of time making sure that it's where I want it and how I want it. And if it's not, I'm going to redo it. So I'm going to poke that through. So I'm just simply making an X with some straight stitches. Yep, looks good to me. Poke that through and we'll tie it off. All right, let's see how this looks. Cute little face. And let's just slip it over and see how it looks. Cute. I love it. Okay, that's adorable. All right, now it's time for the ears. So I'm going to start with my white felt, and I'm just gonna cut 2 small triangles that are the same. with my white. And then what I'll do is I'll be cutting 2 pink triangles that are a little bit smaller because we're going to be gluing the pink over top of the white. So here are my 2. These are the, I guess we'd call these the outside of the ear. And they look good. Yep, good enough. And let's do the pink one. So with the pink one, like I said, we're going to do exactly the same thing, only just a little bit smaller. Now we will just assemble these ears. So I'm going to put a little drop of hot glue on the white and pop on a smaller one on top of that. We'll do the same thing for the other ear, and then we'll let them dry. Okay, let's just set these aside. Let the glue set, and then let's get this little hat on top of our cat. I'm just making sure that the back of the hat goes to the back of the cat. So we'll just, I'll get this little thread off of here before we glue that on. And we'll just put a nice rim of glue around the perimeter there. And pop it right on the top. And of course the hat is optional, but I think it's so cute. And we'll press it down. Okay, and now what we'll do is we're going to get the ears glued onto the sides. And I'll show you where they're gonna go. Just sort of below the hat. Just right here on either side. So to glue them on, we're just going to do a strip of glue along the bottom edge of each of the ears, and then make sure that they're flush with the side. So you don't want any part of that ear at the bottom sticking up. You want to make sure that they're totally flush. There we go. Now we've got a couple of things left. I really want to get these lights in. I took them out of the box already, and I've put some batteries in. But before we do that, we need to add some life to our eyes. So grab your acrylic paints. Not sure I mentioned this in the beginning, but you'll see it listed in the materials list in the description of the video. So hopefully you have this. So I'm going to give this a shake, starting with the white. Now this is my bamboo stick, by the way. This is what I'm using. Little bit of white here, and I'm just going to do 2 little dots, 1, 2 on each eye. My art teacher in junior high always said to add 2 shines for your eyes to give them life. So that's why mine always get 2 shines. And our little kitty is going to get orange eyes, so give that a good shake. And use my trusty bamboo stick. And we're just going to paint a very thin line along the bottom edge, just as I'm doing here. So it's not a lot of paint. Let's do that again. All right, there we go. Looks good. Now we just need to let it dry before we can put the lights inside. Time for the big reveal. So let's pop open our, I don't even know what this is called, our dome. Let's call it a dome. If I can get the lid off, and let's undo our lights. I just got these from the dollar store. I think they were maybe $1.25. Nothing is ever actually $1 at our dollar stores here in Canada. but $1.25 can't beat that. All right, so I'm just gonna sort of unravel it a little bit because I want it to be a little bit bunchy inside. Pop it in. Oh, wrong side. There it is. Yay! Get our bottom back on. And there's our little Cat Ghost Luminary. I hope you love it. I love it. He's so cute. If you make some, I would love to see them. You know, I love to see your works. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.